quoting. Huh?
The reason why there was a court case in Senegal, because Brendan Warner was 21 years old, he was a farm manager, was murdered, and his body was put on a pole. And I imagine that you would be aware of that because you appeared in Senegal. And I'm asking a very simple question. Are you willing to condemn his murder?
I will condemn murder as an act of criminality. But, my lord, again, there is a new definition of a farmer now, that a farm manager is also a farmer. Because we thought that when you say farmers, you are referring to the farm owners. But let's put it differently. There are many black people who are killed there in the farms. It's never called a farm murder. But when there is a white worker who's not an owner, it's called a farm murder. But when it's a black person who dies in the farm, it's not called a farm murder.
If you have read Mr. Rutsi's vote, you would notice that those farm attacks and farm murders explicitly include people of all races.
Where has Mr. Roots and his cohorts gone to march and turned police vans upside down because there is a black farmer, referring to a worker, farmer, killed in a farm? Where? Don't tell me about what he writes in the book. Tell me if he has ever marched because a black person has been killed, my lord, in a farm and killed by a white farmer. Where has he ever marched? He has never marched because his is racism. The hours are called workers. They are paid with alcohol. They are ill-treated. They are not regarded as farm workers, even when they are working in the. They are not regarded as farmers, even when they are working there. But now, if a white farm worker dies, we're told it's a farm murder, and then there must be a march. When our people die every day in the farms, some of them killed by white farmers, you never march. The hypocrisy.
That if you've been present in court, Mr. The pastoral counsellor talked about what AfriForum's 4 does when there is a farm attack, and that black people and white people are affected by this, and they play a role in counselling everyone who's affected by black and white. So they do care about assisting those that are traumatized by change regardless of their race.
It's not true. You just pick up here and there so that you look smart to deal with this dark cloud over your head of racism, that you exist to perpetuate racial divisions in our country. So choose this case there. You'll choose the case of a lady that is allegedly have been beaten by Mrs. Grace Mugabe because there is a mileage there. Such things, But other than that, you have no program, none whatsoever, to protect life in the farms. That's the point I'm making. So if there are people you are cancelling, it's just this one or that one there and there, but otherwise it's not generally that what you stand for.
EFF program to protect the lives of black workers on the farm.
EFF has got a program to protect the people of South Africa, in particular black people. And the farm workers, the security guards, the domestic workers who are consistently raped in the houses here, they are our priority. We fight for them and we protect them.
I find it astounding, this sort of gaslighting that you engage in. When you refer to Africa, and then you consistently describe yourselves as people who don't care about race, and then you say black people in particular.
My brother,
how does that work? How do you reconcile those?
It's very important to emphasize that because those are the victims of your oppression. We want to liberate, my Lord, everyone, black and white, but in particular, blacks and Africans in particular. It doesn't mean we're not in race. We're putting an emphasis where the oppression is placed. And we, to ask us to keep quiet about emphasizing black people is to ask us to die in silence. Because every time we expose this discrimination and oppression on black people, it embarrasses you internationally.
If there was a group that said murder is wrong, because white people in particular is wrong. Wouldn't you describe that as white supremacy?
It is. It will be. Because it will not be true. It will be factually incorrect. When you put an emphasis, is because majority of that is taking place at that level.
Mr. Malema, you didn't hear part of the question. The last part, the question was a preamble post. He's saying, you saying in particular black people, aren't you a black supremacist? Am I? Yes.
No, my lord. There is a unrest in South Africa. It takes place more Natal in July and Gauteng. And you take a platform and condemn all of violence, particularly the one we have seen in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal. You are putting an this where this is happening. So if you are to put a mat, because they are the power, on what? You'll put emphasis on them. On what? We want to give our people water, more in particular white people. Where?
So in other words, if you say services to our people, particularly black people,
Yes.
that's fine.
That's where the services are not happening. We give services to all, but in particular to black people, found rural areas and in the township. It's a matter of emphasis.
Yes. My point to you is that, in other words, if the emphasis is made in one direction, it's totally fine. It's made in the other direction, it's racist and supremacist. And that strikes me as a contradiction.
No, there is no contradiction. There is a general statement for all of us, and then which gets to be particularized because of the victimhood of those that you are putting emphasis on. They remain the victims. Black people remain the victims.
Can there be white victims?
Where?
Is it possible for there to be white victims?
Where?
In South Africa?
No. The current moment. No. The white people are the power.
Let's just pause on it for a second. What is the race of the president?
Which president?
President of South Africa.
Ramaphosa.
Yes.
He's black.
And how many people are in his cabinet?
No, 26 or so.
Are any of them black?
Yeah,
How many?
very few of them.
And the head of the police, what is his race?
Black,
And of the army.
black.
And I could keep going on.
Yeah.
The claim that white people are in power, when I've listed all of the levers of political say that those people are black, that strikes me as outside reality.
Then let's go to the real power, not this imaginary power you're talking about. How many companies are owned by black people at the JSE?
You can tell me.
Two. I gave you answers. I said, when you ask me a question, now you say, I ask you a question, you say, tell me. Your answer is true. Because you know that if you give the correct answer, it will show the real power.
I'm not a witness.
The economic power of this country is in the hands of white people. They are in charge.
Mr. Malema, just answer him. He's
Okay.
Yes. Typically, he's a representative. Yes. Just tell
Yes.
him.
Oh, I don't ask.
Yes, thank you.
I'm used to asking questions.
Yeah. So you can tell me if you'd like.
Well, the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, 80%, if not 90% of it is white owned. Those companies are the ones that account. In South Africa, 90% of the people who own the land are white people. And the white people are less than 15% of the population of South Africa. Africans, who constitute more than 80% of the population, own less than 10% of the land in South Africa. That's power. When you get time tonight, please give yourself an opportunity to read the difference between glory and power. Those things you are telling me is glory. It's not power of blue lights. They are managing the affairs of the state on behalf of the ruling class. And the ruling class is white monopoly capital.
And by that term, white monopoly capital, you would include black billionaires as well. like Patrice Motsepe.
Well, I don't include Patrice. I'm not sure if Patrice is a billionaire, chef. I'm not sure. Suspicion, my lord, that is an imposter. I'm not sure. I don't agree. I'm not sure. And majority of the people you refer to as black billionaires, by the way, majority of them are imposters. They are posturing. They and control the claims that they are owning. So I don't know. I don't know of any owner of the means of production who is black and African. I can see that people who are fighting to enter that level, but as is something else. I don't know. I mean, we were told, dear my lord, that our president is a billionaire, that he will never ask money or steal money from anyone. This is the man who must elect. Then, boom, the man has taken money to finance his campaign of CR17. Which billionaire does that? He presides over a party that cannot pay salaries. Comes back to you that your party hasn't paid salaries. Why would a billionaire not pay salaries of his staff members? I think he just likes being called a billionaire. Just likes being called a billionaire. But the man doesn't have anything, chef. They just like being called those things. I don't think they I don't know. I doubt.
No, that might be a attraction to it and so forth.
Okay, thank you very much. Sorry, you want to say something? Sorry, yes, Mr. Kasiboto.
Your Lordship, mine is a concluding remark. I'm just very well aware of the constraints we have. Your Lordship will be mindful. Let me remind Your Lordship that the entirety of last week was evidence by the other side. Part of this week up until yesterday, again, it was the evidence. We're left with 3 days of the total 10 days we're given. Now, the difficulty with that is that now it pushes me in terms of how I structure my argument and how much time I have with my expert. A large part of today dealt with political matters. For the longest time, we had a debate around expropriation, without compensation, and what have you. Political subject matter. Very little of to dealt with the subject matter. So I'm going to ask your courts tightening in respect of that and focusing the debate and the trial around the question of Section 10. Politics and everything else are subject to your Lordship. As a matter of fact, perhaps I should ask your Lordship if you are so minded to perhaps see us at chambers, me and my counsel. But we certainly for the
Well, just to be fair, the evidence that was laid at the beginning, Mr. Malema, was about the national political party on its 7 pillars out. That evidence was laid cheap. And the complaint must have an opportunity to interrogate that evidence. If there's a complaint about political nation being dealt with today, that complaint can't be raised against the complainants. As if the respondents gave to the report.
No, Mr. Kasiboto, all I said and I can see comes from my comment that I made earlier on. And I'm trying to, age just takes away a lot of things. But there was a quote by a colleague of mine in the labor court where he was dealing with the issue of speed and justice. He said something along the lines of resolution of disputes can't trump justice. Now, ultimately, what we would have to do in the circumstances, we'll have to look at it. And I just want to say to you, I don't think that whatever I said should constrain you in preparing for your case. Need more, and I'm not sure, you said to me you'll have 2 witnesses, but if you need your time, we'll have to find that, unfortunately, or fortunately. So I don't think it should be, let me put it this way, ultimately it would be my responsibility to find the time to deal with whatever remains to be dealt with by the end of this week. So I think let's leave it at that, and we'll take it up from there. Mr. Malema, we're going to adjourn for today. You are still under oath, if I may remind you, and that you can't discuss this case with any person without the prior permission of the court. Thank you very much. The court shall adjourn. Thank you, Mr. Malema.
Evidence in chief. You said that you do not sing the song Kill the Birds.
Come again?
During your evidence in chief, you stated that you do not sing the song Kill the Birds.
Yes.
Why don't you sing it?
Why must I sing it?
Well, is there a reason why you don't sing it?
Why must I sing it?
Must you sing?
Yes.
Well, do you have any reason not to sing it?
Why must I sing it? Why? Do I have any reason to sing it? I don't have a reason to sing it.
You don't have a reason.
No.
Do you have, if your members of your party sing it, would you have a view on them singing it?
If my members of the party sing it, will I have a view?
Yeah.
Yes, I will have a view.
What would that be?
It will be that they are singing a song.
Is it like singing a nursery rhyme, like singing a national anthem? Is it like any?
Yes, it is a song.
Yeah.
It's a liberation song.
So it would not be wrong there, was it?
No, it won't be wrong at all.
It wouldn't be wrong. So why don't you sing?
Why must I sing it? You see, the song, you sing if you want to sing. You see, no person says to you, why are you not singing that song or that song? Depending on the mood, you sing the song. So you can't sing a revolutionary song during a lullaby. So it will depend on which occasion you find yourself, what message do you want to communicate, what is the mood, which song do you want to
What
sing.
occasions would you sing? What would be the correct thing?
Come again?
What would be the correct occasion or mood that you'd sing?
No, I can't say, because you respond to different situation at that time.
So you would not rule it out.
No, I'll sing it. What do you mean? I'll sing it.
You would sing.
Yes.
Now, I'd like to show a video of the songs that you have been singing. Can I tell you more like that? This is footage that was shown to the court about putting the importance for you to be able to see it. So, I just want to make sure that the sound plays it.
Yes, the sound does it.
Yeah, I can.
Don't the attorney for the respondent have that video on their camera, because it looks like from their side the connectivity is better?
I'm not sure. Let's see if it works with this.
Okay.
Let's put this to an end. There is no farmers in South Africa. There are no white farmers being killed. Now, I think someone's tagging a cable on the floor. It's really. Now, the video that I've shown shows you around thousands of people singing the song Shoot to Kill. And you change the words kill the boy to kiss the boy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now,
Sorry, that's the point.
Your Lordship, just on the technicality, and in fairness to the witness, let's understand what the debate is about. So if you go to paragraph 26 of the complainant's affidavit, and you don't have to go there, Your Lordship, I just want to make the point. The claim is that Mr. Malema sang the song Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer. Now, if the question is pegged on an allegation of the song sang, that must be put to him in the exact terms that he sang the song, and then the proposition can follow from that, not to distort what the claim is, which is he sang kill the Boer, kill the farmer.
my Lord, in terms of paragraph 37 of the complaint, my Lord, page 17 of case answers, I pause to mention that on various previous occasions, Mr. Malema substituted the word kill to kiss with the word, despite substituting the word kill with kiss John because there's shoot to kill with the word bomb. It's not very clear in the complainant's case that there's a song where one word is changed, but they're the same song.
So just give me 1 second. What page is that?
That's page 17, Lord. Paragraph 37.
Graph?
37.
Yes, go ahead.
This is in the complaint's case. It says, I pause to mention that on various previous occasions, Mr. Malema substituted the word kill to kiss in kiss the word. Despite substituting the word kill with kiss, the Chancellor says that shoot to kill, kiss the word follow. In other words, the full context is quite in the paper.
Yes.
The complaint's case is the same song, with the substitution of one word and that's all.
Mr. Kasiboto?
If you can allow me, Your Lordship, my
Okay.
Your Lordship, we don't want to be difficult. We just want to be fair to the witness. The line of questioning that I had for the witness earlier was quick. Did you sing the song Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer? His answer was no. Then a video is played of the witness singing in Newcastle. And then a question follows from that video. What my learned friend is referring to is a different occasion altogether. The one that was played here is in relation to a rally in Newcastle. And the claim in the papers that I read earlier is that he sang in Newcastle, kill the Boer, kill the farmer. And I'm saying that must be clearly understood, so as not to mislead the witness.
Okay. I think I tend to agree. I think you need to phrase your question different. There are two situations that arises. So maybe in fairness to the witness, if you could put it that way.
Yeah. We've shown a number of occasions, which I've outlined in the papers, of you personally singing a song. The lyrics state, shoot to kill, shoot the farmer, kiss the boy. Is that correct?
Yes.
Now, when I asked you, do you sing Kill the Boy, you said no.
Absolutely.
But you said that in principle, if your party sings that song, they must be free to sing that song.
Come again?
Your party, if the EFF sings the song Kill the Boy, that they must be free to do so.
Yes.
It's a struggle.
Yes.
Now, what is the difference between these two songs? Where, in other words, as far as I can tell, the only difference is that one word is changed. In fact, two characters from kill to kiss. And you sing the one version, and the party in the show to sing the other. It's a separate occasion, and you're singing kiss. I imagine they're singing kiss with you. Maybe you're not present when they're singing kill. But is there a difference?
That is not a song. It's a chant.
It's a chant.
Yes. President Mbeki explains that very well if you listen to the video. That the chants change from time to time and different chants get to be sang at different occasion, trying to describe the political situation at that particular point. So that's what I sang, and that's not what I came here for. It's a chant.
So you're chanting, not singing.
That's a chant.
What's just more characteristic? What's a chant? Which version is the chant?
It's a toy that you see. You see those things where I sing and then people say, hi, hi. That's a chant. And then a song will be a person leading that song. I mean, if there's a chorus, there will be a chorus and things like that. But with today, it must be sang the same way it was sang the following lyrics.